Jimmy's Jam Box. Keep jamming.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode, Jimmy's Jam Box. We're here, back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. With that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
Hey, what's up? It's Khoraan, you feel me, from Eugene, Oregon. How y'all doing?
Hello. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about where you're from, what you do, give us that like Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
So, I grew up in Eugene, Oregon. That's my hometown. Moved to East Oakland, California for a few years.
Okay.
Back to Eugene, then back to Oakland. You feel me? But Eugene's where I'm like raised most of my life and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around when were you in Oakland?
Shoot, like about, I don't know, I would say like 15. I went to high school out there.
Okay.
You feel me, a little bit. And 15, then I moved back to Oregon. And then around like 20 something, I moved back to Oakland.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm from the Bay Area originally. I lived right outside of San Jose in a little town called Sunnyvale.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like Fairfield, like Sunnyvale, like Fairfield, California.
No, it's kind of like where Mountain View is.
I don't know where that is.
Okay. Like I said, San Jose is like the closest thing.
Oh, okay.
For sure. Yeah,
Right
yeah.
on.
But that's enough about me. What got you into music initially?
It's actually crazy because in Fairfield, California, I used to live out in Fairfield, California too, with my dad.
Mhm.
Like around 10. Been in Cali a few times, whatever.
Yeah.
But I made like 12 songs. I don't really know how to answer that question really. Like honestly, it was just there, you know.
Okay. Like where was your family musical growing up?
I would say my mama is, yeah.
Okay.
My mom definitely is musical. But I mean, we always been around music, but like actually like the studio and all that, doing that, not really.
Okay. When did you first start like making music then?
Like, man, look, on the flip phone when I was like actually in Fairfield, California, I like a little flip phone and I literally recorded like 10, 12 songs on that.
Okay. So you were just about it from the beginning.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah.
But I will say this though, I didn't hit an actual studio until I was like literally like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's okay to take the time to like get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some people who are fortunate enough to start in the studio, but you don't have to. You don't have to.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I would say like football is I always like rapped a little bit. Like football is my thing. Like I was finna try out for the Ducks, but I fractured my ankle and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I don't know. After high school and then football wasn't working out, I was like, the hell am I gonna do, man?
Yeah, time to start
I
on
was
that
in
music
college
career.
for a little bit. So, you know, I took music more seriously in the last 2 years. Things starting to pop off a little bit, I would say so.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then who were some of your like early inspirations musically?
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna put it like this. My 3 favorite artists, you feel me, are Mac Dre, 50 Cent, and Chris Brown. They're all hella different, right? But that's who I am, really. And then I feel like below that is like subgenres of like, we go Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller, and Tory Lanez.
Shout out Bryson Tiller.
Bryson Tiller.
More, I mean, like, who were some of the musical inspirations when you first got into music? These are more like foundation questions. So, like,
when
you were starting out, like, who were some of the sounds that you were like, man, I love this?
Okay, dang. Well, honestly, like, I would say all those 3.
Okay.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all of them were there.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say, I feel like 50 Cent was actually first though. 50 Cent, Mac Dre, I think Chris Brown came a little later.
You know, I forget who said this on their episode, but somebody on their episode pointed out that 50 Cent had some of the most like melodic music for the time. Like it was so like musical,
right?
And like had a lot of like anthem sounds and movements and like things like that. Like it, and I thought about it, I was like, damn, dude was writing some hooks. Like don't be wrong, dude was talented in general, but like those hooks. there was just something about it that got you on every single one.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, melodic that's the key word. Like, feel me, like 50 Cent, you know, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have a little like, not like crazy sing, just a little subtle, like, oh, I'm finna, you feel me? Like, ooh. Yeah, that part.
Yeah, no, that was always something he had going on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. And then just a couple more foundation questions. But this one, it's one we ask early, it's one we ask often, and it's definitely a crowd favorite.
Let's get it.
What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
Oh, you gonna do that right now? Hey, he feel me? Well, what, man? Oh, the first album I bought my own money.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that on a different episode. How I know you're not finna ask that? All right. Ooh, man, with my own money, bro. Honestly, not Mama for Christmas. You said my own money. Dang, brother, that's hard, bro. Honestly, I want to say, is it 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying? I really feel like it's that. I'm probably wrong, but if that ain't the first, that's the second or the third.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely a good one.
Oh yeah, come on, that's a classic, man.
Oh yeah,
it's a classic.
And then, what was one of the first shows you ever went to that was like one you wanted to go to?
Ooh, honestly, I think it was at the Wow Hall in Eugene.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Tech Nine, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Tech Nine. Either that. Nah, yeah, it was either Tech Nine or Honor Nicotina. But I believe it was Tech Nine. Yeah.
Who was Tech playing with? Do you know?
I don't remember that.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, shoot, I was like what? I could have been 15, 13.
Okay.
Not 15, like 13, 12. Something like that.
Damn, I wish I got to see Tech Nine when I was 12.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That would have been dope.
Yeah, that's something else.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
All right, and then to wrap this portion up, do you have a moment where like you decide, like, do you have a defining moment, I guess, where you decided you wanted to like make music as like the thing you did?
A defining moment?
Yeah. Like, is there like was there like a light switch?
Shoot. Yeah, honestly, I would probably say right around the time. I'm always been a go-getter, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm always trying to just do something creative.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I wasn't into football, I feel like, yeah, after I fractured my ankle, actually, like when I was finna try out for the Ducks and all that, I just picked up I started out on my iPhone and just started doing music from there. Then I don't know, the rest is really history.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I answered the question correctly.
That was a perfect answer to the question. That was a great answer.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I want to, before we move on to the next segment, somebody else mentioned this on a previous episode as well, and it's a mentality I'm really trying to like understand better. So because you were in sports before, do you find that there are parts of making music that kind of give you the same thing that sports gave you?
I love that question. I love that question so much. I appreciate that question, man.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Y'all tapping with Jimmy, right?
Yeah,
tapping with Jimmy, man. He's already making me smile.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, I would say, in a certain aspect, yeah. It kind of does, honestly, because I remember, like even the concerts. It kind of reminds you before a football game.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely can. You feel me? Like relate those two. So yeah, I'll say a little bit.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for like I said, somebody mentioned that, and I was like, that's such a cool correlation.
Yeah. There's definitely
there's something there for sure. For sure. Like all of you post-athlete now musician people, come be on the show. Let's run something for this.
Yeah.
All right, but now let's get into you as the artist.
Let's do it, man.
And we're getting the easy one out of the way. How'd you pick your name?
That's hella funny. That's my name.
There it is.
Khoraan is my name, actually. Khoraan is my name. You know, I just figured like I wouldn't change it because I feel like it's unique.
Yeah.
I met one person with the name Khoraan for my first time in my whole life.
Damn.
And that was like last year.
I cannot say the same.
You feel me? Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, let me leave Khoraan. I feel like that's gonna stand out.
Hell yeah.
That's my name. So
that's like do you know the artist Kameu?
What is it?
Kameu? I don't even know if I'm going to spell it correctly. I'm sorry if I don't spell it, but it's like Kamau. Yeah, it's like Kamau or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the most abstract name.
That's crazy.
Music's so good.
For real.
So good. When you're watching everybody that's watching this, when you're done watching this, go check out Kamau.
Kamau.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and the album name is going to be even harder, but it's something like Lacuna and the House of Glass.
That sounds crazy.
It's so good.
That sounds crazy.
It's so good. I'm sorry to plug somebody else's music completely on your episode, but I guarantee you it's 100% for sure in my top 3 albums of 2023. It's hard competition for first place.
Damn.
Yeah. Big fan.
Though. I love the diversity. I'll check it out myself. You know what I'm saying?
But getting back to you, let's talk about your writing process. And we're gonna go piece by piece on this one. We're gonna start right at the beginning. So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music. It's time you turn on the computer, you sit down. What do you usually do first?
What I do first,
Mhm.
you know, I feel this little my ADHD kicking in. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Like,
So you get up, you make a sandwich, you forget about the sandwich, you go start a project, then you're done. You're like, oh, I got to do the dishes. You start the dishes, but you're like, fuck, I got to take a shower first. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
This show also brought to you by heavy amounts of ADHD.
That part. No, I'm like Goku, so I'm gonna finish that sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
You're eating the sandwich while you're doing all the other things.
The whole little pigsty.
Yep.
But you said the first.
Yeah, when you sit down, what are some of the first things you do?
So honestly, this is what I do every time. For me, I mean, either I'm sitting down in my bed or in a chair. I connect my phone to a speaker, and then I go to YouTube Beats, and then I just pick a beat. And sometimes it takes me like 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours. Sometimes it's not the day for that. You know what I'm saying? And then basically, like every beat that I find, I have my producer, Liquid Smoke. Shout out to Liquid Smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Liquid Smoke.
Yep. I have my producer remake the beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my own thing.
Yeah.
Because copyright, sometimes, whatever, you know?
Well, then sometimes you're going for the vibe, but having malleability really goes a long way, especially if you're working with a producer you work with regularly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like over 3 years.
Yeah.
That's the dude right there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that's I would say the first step. I just try to find a beat. Sometimes it takes a minute. It's just then I start like singing a little bit or whatever, or trying to figure out a melody. I'm like, okay, I might have some here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the first.
Hell yeah. And then how long does it usually take you to get to the point where you feel like a song is ready to perform?
Perform.
Yeah, and specifically perform, not so much like release per se.
Like perform like to audience?
Yeah, so like, you know, you finish writing a song, like you got the song done, you're ready to start rehearsing it. How long does it usually kind of take you to feel comfortable performing the song?
The OGs ain't go like this. But I don't do live versions.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of OGs don't like this, but a lot of younger cats been doing the same thing I do. So I mean, everybody has their own opinion on that. But
can you extrapolate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I was finna say, basically, like I have my backgrounds with me. Like I have the whole song. I would hype up in the crowd, whatever, and then like, but it'll still be playing in the background.
Yeah. Oh well, but when you're performing it, you still say the words. You still like have the stuff memorized. But that's what I'm saying. Like how long?
I ain't Beyonce enough.
Once you finish a song, how long does it take you to get comfortable enough to be able to perform it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant like I write it down and go perform it live. I don't do
that. No. I'm saying like how long does it take you to feel comfortable performing a song once you finished writing it?
Okay, I love it. So basically, honestly, you feel me? Honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm not really comfortable performing.
That's fair.
I mean, like I've done over 30, maybe 40 shows. Yeah. But I feel like it's still not like, I mean, that's a lot, but it's really not like, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're focusing on the wrong part of the question.
Yeah.
It's a timeline one. So like just when a song is like, when do you feel like trying to say the words differently.
I'm messing you up.
How long from when you're done with a song in the writing stages do you practice it before you're ready to do it on stage?
Okay, honestly. Okay.
Like,
I'm not gonna get sidetracked again. I got this. The ADHD. What I say about the ADHD?
no, you're good, man. You're good. I like to reword these questions sometimes because I find eventually a better way to say the question. So I'm never bothered by this segment or by this experience. I don't know. Whatever it is, we're here now.
I'm trying to answer it really. I mean, I don't really have like a specific like amount because I feel like when I get hit up for a show, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know if it's okay because realistically, I write the song, I do it. You know, I record it, and then if I feel like the song's good enough, I'm gonna perform it. I don't really have like a specific like. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't know if I answered it right.
You know, I don't know if it did either, but
sorry.
I think we've covered this one, and I think the general concept is there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. And now, oh god, I realized I didn't hit the buttons on my thing. Hold on, breaking the fourth wall here. Ooh, this next one's fun. This is a newer question, so I still haven't quite massaged the delivery.
Okay.
But what is something about your current sound that you enjoy?
Ooh, my current sound. So honestly, I feel like I'm starting to develop into more of like a singer a little bit. Still got a long ways to go, but I came a long way. You feel me? So,
yeah.
Oh, my mama.
You're adding in some of that melodic element we referenced earlier.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll definitely say the melodic part about it, and I'm able to like to notice I'm starting to hit more notes too. I'm like, okay, well, Khoraan, you can do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you do any like musical practice as far as that goes, or is it just kind of like as time is progressing, you're just kind of getting more natural with it? Like
musical practice.
Like, do you do like singing practice of any kind? Like, you know, like warm-ups or exercises or anything like that?
I just go as I go. Honestly, I feel like, I mean, I practice every day without knowing because I love, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've all got the music within us. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then word on the grapevine is someone's got a little EP coming out soon.
Oh yeah, man. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us, I mean, what's it called? When's it coming out? Give us all the details.
I appreciate that, man. So it's going to be December 4th, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And then it's 4 songs. Four songs. It's called 444.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm being a little.
Are 3 of the songs called 4? No, I'm kidding.
You got jokes.
Hell yeah. And like what prompted you to put out the EP?
This is actually crazy because I mentioned his name already once. So my brother Kamal, shout out to my brother Kamal, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's been kind of pushing me to do it. And my manager, shout out to Day Life Entertainment, Traylon Day. That's my dude, my manager, Traylon. So them two both were kind of saying like, I'm gonna do music videos and stuff for a while. I've been doing it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we both sat, I kind of sat on my brother in the gym or whatever I was doing. And I was like, what do you think about me doing like a little project instead of a music video this time? Because it's all cost money. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. It is what it is, part of the process. But so yeah, my brother was really on my head for real about putting out a project instead of a music video.
Mm-hmm.
So I just basically took that time instead of a music video. That time to doing that. And I want to say this as well. What prompts me to do the project?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, most of my brother for sure. But one thing that like clicked in me, like it was crazy. I went to a Bryson Tiller concert.
Oh, okay.
It was like June 19th or something like that. It was in Forest Grove.
Oh,
it was my first time seeing him live, and
damn, can't believe I missed that.
The hugest inspiration, bro.
Yeah,
like the crowd, Bryson Tiller. I knew him since high school when I was going through my breakups or whatever I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was like such a huge inspiration. Shout out to Bryson Tiller, man.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's
Bryson. If you ever want to be on the show,
come on,
make it happen. I'm sure you're watching this episode.
Come on, man. Hit up Jimmy, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put this on the episode so it's official. I love the track Rambo. Yep. They be asked for mercy like the Rambo.
Hold up.
Cold. That's my like, if I have to walk up to something and do some shit, that's in my head. Like that every time. That lives there rent free. That makes royalties off of the amount of times it plays in my head.
I love that, man.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Bryson Tiller.
Hell yeah. All right, now we've got one last question to go. for at least this portion.
Yeah.
And this one's a little bit more of a dense question.
Mm.
But we've talked a lot about music. We talked a lot about like what we do with it, what comes from doing music. But what is it about the process of making music when it's just you and the music, nothing else? What is it the process of making music that you enjoy the most or that gives the most back to you?
So basically, say it one more time, the question. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, let me rephrase it a little bit.
Yeah.
What is it about the creative process of making music that you feel is the most fulfilling?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love that. So basically, what's fulfilling? Honestly, like, man, that's honestly, yeah, you said that's a little, ooh, there's like a lot of things I can say to this, I guess. So, I mean, I'll say off the bat, the first one, hear my song on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, not even.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to tangent in the wrong direction.
I knew it.
Again, this is very introspective.
Okay.
Like when it's you making music.
Okay.
So you're in a room, nothing else happening. You're just you and the music.
Yeah.
What is it about the process of making music that gives the most back to you, or like that you get the most from? Like when it's just you and the creativity. I feel like I could say that better, but when it's you being creative, what do you get the most from?
I get the most from.
Yeah. Keep saying different versions of this question until we land on it.
I'm gonna do my best. So, I mean, based on what you're saying, what I get back from it, I feel like what I get back from it is, I mean, it feels good to. I don't know. I'm probably gonna answer it wrong, but I'm just gonna say it. It feels good to hear different sounds I can do.
Okay.
I don't know if I answered it right.
Yeah. No. That
it makes me feel really good. Like last year, I couldn't do that. I'm like, what the heck? I can do that now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So hopefully I answered that right.
Yeah. No. That it's kind of an odd question. That's why I like try to preface it in the beginning. But I mean, the act of making music, I think, is arguably one of the most important parts of making music. Right. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things happen because of making music, but you have to be in there first. You have to be that kid in the room.
Yeah.
You know, on the iPhone first. And it's so different for everybody. Like for me, I like to play music because at the end of a long day, it wears out the parts of me that I don't feel like I get to use during the day. Like, you know, I use my body to move around. I use like my brain to think about problems at work. I use my my personality to interact with people at the grocery store. Yeah. When I go home and I sit down and I make music, like I kind of get to exercise my soul. You know what I mean? I get to live almost outside of myself for a moment.
I like that.
Yeah. So like that's what music gives to me. You know what I mean? That's not like you wouldn't get that from listening to my music. Only I get that from listening or from making my music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Right on, brother.
Hell yeah. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's move on to some hypothetical questions. And these are all literally sky's the limits because they're all made up.
Let's get it, man.
And this first one, this is like the obvious one. But if you could work with any one person who's currently alive, and it could be anybody in any capacity.
So,
but who would you work with and how would you want to work with them?
Oh man, Chris Brown.
Okay.
Chris Brown for sure. And you said why?
Yeah, or how?
How?
Yeah, how would you want to work with them?
I feel like his music videos are like really creative. So, I mean, just as an artist, he's like my inspiration or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, I would definitely want to make a track with him and like I feel like I'm a creative person too, so I would want to put both ideas together and make like a cool music video.
Hell yeah.
Like that'd be pretty badass. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like he be dancing and stuff. Like I can't dance like that, but you feel me? We gonna try something.
I mean, did you ever see Jerry Rice on that, like when famous people dance with famous dancers or whatever?
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
I heard of this show though.
And the dude moved.
Jerry Rice?
Yeah. Okay. And he built like a football player. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So it's anybody can do anything.
Nah, for real. I be dancing all the time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But also, I mean, I feel like Chris Brown would be a guy to take dancing lessons from.
Exactly.
If you were going to learn how to dance from somebody,
Chris Brown.
Dude's the man.
Come on, man.
Dude's the man.
Facts.
Oh, yeah. And then subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to?
Ooh. A local artist. that I haven't connected with.
Yeah. Like somebody that you know of,
I know,
but you just like haven't had a chance to like link up. Like imagine there was an audience of people who live in this area and watch this show regularly who may or may not know somebody you may want to work out with.
Oh.
And if they were just watching this thing, we're going to add them or tell them. Who would you want them to maybe add or tell?
Okay. Oh, what is her name, bro? She's hella talented, bro. Like I've been watching her for a little bit. Her name is like I can't even pronounce her name. Like
Is it Sina Weenie?
Was it
Sina? I think it's Sina Winnie.
Yeah, how do you know?
I always just say, funny enough, somebody else just mentioned her and couldn't say the name like 2 interviews ago. So I can't remember who it was at the moment, but it episode that just recently came out, it happened on.
Hell yeah.
And I still can't, I looked at it earlier today and I was like, oh, I remember that moment. And I still can't say, I just call her Winnie. Like I know that's not it, but that's just how my brain's going to remember. And everybody knows who you're talking. I knew who you were talking about. You knew who I was talking about.
Crazy. Yeah.
And I mean, shout out. If you want to come on the show, tell us how to say the name correctly. Let's make it happen.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, she's doing big things too. She just got back from a huge tour.
Yeah, I see
Huge
everything,
tour.
man. That's the inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Stage presence A1 from what I've seen. So,
Oh yeah.
I love to see people like that,
And I appreciate that she at least like gives a good glimpse of her like in it all the time. You know what I mean? Like she really takes ownership for like this being her passion.
Exactly.
And that's respectable. Like the grind it's tough on everybody, but I think she does a good job of presenting it.
Right.
Like at least as far as like a social content experience goes, like you really felt like you were on tour with her the whole time.
That's real though.
Yeah. And
I
that's
agree.
tough. That's tough to pull off, especially if you don't have like a team of people, which I'm sure she does.
Right.
But like that's tough.
That is tough. Shout out to her, man.
Hell yeah.
You're doing her thing.
Hell yeah.
So,
And then for this next one, literally sky's the limits. If you could perform anywhere in the world and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access, power, building stability, guaranteed best show, guaranteed best lineup, and it doesn't have to be a venue. It can be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Where would you want to perform?
Honestly, I just want all my family there, bro. My family from Seattle, Oakland.
Imagine that they would be paid to fly to wherever you went.
Okay.
Guaranteed best show. Where would you want it to be?
I always wanted to go to Fiji.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Just out on the beaches in Fiji?
You said what?
Out in the beach in Fiji?
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Hell yeah. I've always wanted to do a beach show.
Oh,
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah. Although if I had to answer this question today, it would be wherever the Mona Lisa is right now. I'd want to do an episode of the show right in front of it. The Mona Lisa. Not like one of these cool, nearly the same ones that like the Mona Lisa.
That's crazy.
That would be a flex.
That's,
Eat it, Joe Rogan.
Come on now. That's a whole flex on my mama, that is.
Hell yeah.
Crazy.
All right. And then to round out the hypothetical questions and come to a close, if you could get an album from one person who's currently either not making music anymore or not here anymore, who would you want an album from?
So, like not making music anymore?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would say another Gorillaz album, but we know one's coming. You know what I mean? Like this is like in the realm of we know we can't get one anymore. Who would you want one more album from?
That's a hard question, man. Who would I want one more album from? I honestly don't know. I'm not sure. I actually no. I want to see how Mac Dre would do in 2023 for sure. You feel me?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I definitely want to see how Mac Dre. Yeah,
hell yeah,
Mac Dre, man. I grew up on him, so rest in peace to Mac Dre, man.
Damn, yeah. Rest in peace to the GOAT. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I never even considered that until you said that.
Yeah,
that like low key just blew my mind a little bit.
That's what
Mac Dre in 2023 would be insane.
I gotta know.
Oh my god,
you gotta be what 50 years old or something, right?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, and like all the younger cats, like you know what I'm saying. It would be. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Movement, yeah.
Man, thank you for that answer.
Oh, no problem, man.
Hell yeah. All right, we are going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. Now, we know about the new EP because that comes in about a week. But what do you have coming up, say, like beginning of next year? What can we look forward to in the first quarter?
Okay, the first quarter. Hopefully before this, but hopefully before that. But I do want to get one music video going.
Mhm.
I want to get a music video going. Hopefully by then, my second one maybe.
Okay.
You know. Also, I'm finna start working with Coiler Ray's dad. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but it's like a big deal. I'm pretty stoked about that. And so yeah, I'm curious on where his connections are gonna take me, because that's a really big deal.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Well, definitely looking forward to all that.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, and then for this next one, go ahead and look at the camera and tell everybody how they can find you.
It's Khoraan. My Instagram's Khoraan21, KHOR, 2 A's and an N, 21. Follow me everywhere. My music's on all platforms. December 4th, the EP coming out, 444. Be blessed, no stress. You hear me? Come on.
Hell yeah. And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
You know what? I love you, Ma. We came a long way. That's my number one. I love you so much, bro.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, that's my number one biggest fan is my mom, bro.
I mean,
really
rightfully so. Rightfully so. Shout out to mom. Jambox loves moms.
Natasha is my mama, man. I love you so much, bro. We came a long way. Never thought I was going to be on the radio or nothing, man. So let's just keep going.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Now we got one last question to go. But before we do, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second.
Let's get it, man.
As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And with that being said, the final question. And this is entirely up to your interpretation.
Yeah.
But what is a song that you think everybody should know?
Just one song.
Yeah. And just to, what's a song that you like is like, man, this is the song. And you so don't pick like a Beatles song. Everybody knows all the Beatles songs.
Okay.
Like I'm going to keep using this answer because I genuinely stand by this. My perfect example, in my opinion, Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. An incredible song.
Okay.
Incredible song. Everybody, in my opinion, should know that song.
Okay. Oof. It's actually a Chris Brown song. It's come on, man. No. Ooh, I know it's just ringing a bell, man. It's a Chris Brown song, man. It's on the Heartbreak on a Full Moon album, I believe. I'm finna pull out my phone.
And you know what? While you're doing that, I don't like repeating answers unless it's like clever story, but I'm gonna give one more. A song that everybody should know. Even though if you listen to the early version of the show, you do know it. But it's a track called May I by T-Pain off of the Oblivion album.
I haven't heard that.
It's incredible. It's incredible. It's like 7 minutes long. It starts with like a bass solo or it starts with a bass solo. And then it goes into a waltz beat. And then it turns into just the nastiest beat you've ever heard. Wow. It's got Mr. Talkbox, the guy who did all the Talkbox on like 24 Karat Magic.
That's crazy.
It's got a piano solo, a drum solo, and T-Pain just goes insane on it.
It's called May I?
May I.
On the Oblivion.
Yeah. First of all, that album is incredible.
Okay.
By far one of his best albums of all time. But that song in particular might be one of my favorite songs of all time.
Okay, May I. Let me check it out.
Hell yeah. But that was mine. What's yours?
Okay. It's called Pull Up by Chris Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the Heartbreak on a Full Moon album. And actually it's crazy, but like right when I pull up my phone, I didn't even need to look it up. I did anyway, but you feel me? But yeah, Chris Brown, Heartbreak on a Full Moon, the album's called that, and Pull Up is a song. Hella good, bro. Hella good.
Hell yeah.
It's like, he'd be singing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll make you want to pop for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't, you automatically gonna do it. You didn't even know you could.
You're just talking about it and you're already starting to do it. Like, got him inside. He's got it inside of him, y'all.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you.
This has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Khoraan, man.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap. This is not a This is a show.
Keep jamming.